Hello, YouTube. You should be seeing Condor right now. Today we're flying with Kyle again, back on Condor 3. Doing a 200-kilometer triangle out of Crystal. Should be a good one. In the Discus, because we found out, Kyle found out how to do the dedicated servers so we can fly in the same plane.
With our own task, no less.
Yes. Let's see if I remember what that reset key is. F11, okay.
Waiting for a tow plane to tow us.
Yep. Oh, maybe we have to wait for the stop during the end.
That is a interesting point. If true, this has been well timed.
Yeah. But if it's a public server, it should... I'm not sure.
That is also what I thought, but maybe I have something configured incorrectly.
Yeah.
Looks like have a slight tailwind for the launch. No big deal.
Yeah, I was on the club's Condor setup on Saturday when we had the ground school, and I don't think something was broken with the new Condor 3 inputs, so I had no dive brakes, and then I got a rope brake mid-flight and had to land with no dive brakes.
Time to practice your slips to land.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good. The only thing was in Condor they modeled our field with a giant hill at the end, so I ran up the hill, but it would have been fine.
Alright, let's see if I remember how to do any flying in Condor.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Especially from the back seat.
Yeah. Good takeoff. This actually feels modeled pretty well.
Yeah, you know, when I'm up here at a few thousand feet, it looks pretty much like real life.
You said you're gonna do this. You're gonna try and do this task this year, in real life.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna do it in like a single seat or
Yeah, for sure. Probably the 102.
Mm-hmm.
Need to go get a checkout.
Whoever joined on Discord, sorry if you can't see anything. I am on YouTube.
Got caught between switching which side I was looking on.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be a lift. Maybe I'll just take it.
Remember the gear? Yep. It's pretty good.
You want to thermal us away?
Sure.
Let's see if I remember what. Sorry, I'm gonna lose the lift.
No, you did go for it. I'm good back here.
Gotta adjust my speeds to the Duo, not the K21.
Oh yeah, bit faster.
Oh, your controls. That's how you do
Oh, perfect.
it. I've been looking at the keyboard trying to remember what it was set to.
Yeah, wait, what button is it again?
Control, but it's only the left control on my keyboard.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can stable this out a little bit.
Yeah, let the trim help you out. I say we just see if we can't get up to cloud base before we set off. That'll make life easier.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I think this side is stronger, at least that's what it says in the map. Yeah, there we go. A little bit better.
Yeah, slightly to the north is a good call. You remember min sync speed in the Duo?
Oh, jeez. It's probably around 50, maybe.
I've never looked at the manual for one, so I have
Yeah.
no real guess.
Well, later I have a pamphlet upstairs that has all the club speeds of the ship, so I can get that and we can look at it.
I think you can probably do a slight level out as we turn north here. And now we can take a bite again.
It's been a while since I've been in a glider.
You got it center nice. If you just really watch that pitch attitude, should be good.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
It's hard. This is something I've noticed in my own flying while I've been getting used to flying at Crystal. When we face south, the mountains really cut off our horizon, and it makes it harder to know what the pitch attitude is.
Yeah, I saw that as we went around.
Yeah, so I find myself having to make my eyes search wider to kind of get an overall idea, and then just sort of trust my trim. And, you know, if my airspeed's pretty constant in my circle, I know I'm probably doing about the right thing.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's so much different than when I was flying out in Texas and everything was just flat.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I think I adjust a little bit in this next circle. Yeah, this end's really just kind of like I need to find a compass like northwest here.
Maybe flew a little bit past it, but I think that was the right idea.
Yeah. Also look up at the cloud.
Yeah, and the winds from the west, which is just off our left wing now, are 9 o'clock, so
Mm-hmm.
we're gently being pushed the direction we're facing right now. Only a 5-knot wind up here, though, so it's not too bad.
Yeah. Doing some thermals when it's like 20 knots and you take one turn, you're like a mile south. speed in the duo really likes to creep up on you. All these like Schmemperth ladders, I think it's kind of usually like that. Oh man, I lost it there. Okay, hold on. And these rudders are super sensitive too. Averaging about 3 knots maybe.
Hopefully we should have some pretty good lift along the course. You mind if I try it for a minute and just kind of feel the lift out and see what it's like for this scenario?
Sure, take it.
Alright, my controls.
Your controls. Oh,
Let's see.
hold on. Oh, you got
There
it.
we go, my controls.
Your controls.
Except for some reason I don't have force feedback. Your controls for a second.
Oops. Took my hands off the stick. Good now?
I don't know. Alright, let's just trim it out here for a second.
I'm really struggling in this duo. It's been a while.
Okay, I got my force feedback back. My stick is usable. You can hear me right?
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, let's figure out what this lift is doing here. Cloud could also just be dissipating.
Yeah, we got so many. We could also go and switch out to another one.
Feel my left wing rising. I think it's probably a little bit to the west and a little bit to the east of me. Let's just see.
Hey Joe, I'm gonna test this.
Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit better than before. That's pretty good.
We're still in the start circles, so it might still be a little bit further west of me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my airspeed super consistent. I'm just not doing a very excellent job about it.
I'm doing much better than me.
Much harder to fly than real life.
Mm-hmm. The distance itself, it's also been, it like naturally picks up speed pretty quickly.
Slippery ship.
Yeah, like I even noticed that in real life. That's the biggest thing that I think that you can spin easy and they can speed up on you in the pattern if you're not careful. Yeah, you should not drink water in VR. This is not working. I should have got a straw.
I have like a bottle with like a little cap on it, basically. So
Oh yeah, one of those guys. Okay. Yeah, those are good. I should get some of those, but if you ever do for like gliding when you're not going super far and don't need the camel back, because they're just easier than having a cap.
I've got it pretty trimmed out here, and we're in some good lift. And I'm pretty confident that we're gonna get at least like 5-knot thermals along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully better. If you want, I'll give you control, and you can take us to cloud base, and we can start out.
Sure. Let me try this.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Your controls.
My controls.
Your controls. This lets me sightsee, and I did a little safety glide math. So I actually know exactly how high we need to be away from each little airport along the route. And pretty surprisingly, it's not that high.
Okay.
And that's with like a 15-to-1 glide ratio, which in
Oh,
the
wow.
K-21, yeah, I think is a McCready safety factor of 6.
Oh
So
wow. Yeah.
pretty conservative. But I truly do not want to land out unless it's at another airport.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too dangerous. So I'd say that's a good personal minimum at the moment.
Not too bad. I'm a little opposite to correct this overbanking Tennessee, but we're okay. We're at 11,000. Oh, maybe it was I was looking probably at AGL. That's probably why mine was said 9,000.
Airport elevation is 3420.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, 13,400 would be 10,000 AGL.
All right, yeah, it was almost that pretty much.
When you look at a METAR and you see the cloud bases, you know, it tells you like scattered 4,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that AGL or is that MSL?
MSL.
I believe that one is AGL.
That's
That way you know
AGL.
uh-huh. If it says, broken ceiling at 1,000, that's 1,000
Oh
feet
yeah, yeah.
AGL. If Fox Field over here reported that 1,000 feet would be about 2,000 feet below the surface,
Mhm.
'cause it's 3,000 feet high. So, because I've been planning all these cross countries, I've been paying a lot of attention between, you know, true, if it's written, it's true winds, magnetic winds, when what is what, AGL versus MSL.
Yep.
Trying to remind myself all these things.
All right, let me look at the clouds.
Yeah, I was just doing the same thing. We might be able to creep a little upwind here.
Yeah. That's probably 500 feet, but we're in a sim. We'll keep going.
Well, let's see. We're above 10,000 feet. So what would the cloud clearance minimums be above 10,000?
Oh, 1,000?
Yep, there we go.
Yeah. So should probably get going then.
Let's speed it on up and start heading up to Fox Field. There's
Okay.
lots of nice clouds along the way to choose from whenever you feel free to go. We're still within the SART area, so we can loiter and enjoy this lift.
Mhm. We're heading out to the
fact,
west, right? Northwest.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right.
Why don't you keep flying for a second? Because I have the luxury to do so, I'm just gonna mute myself, go to the restroom real quick, and be right back.
No worries. Just I'll go and get started on the task then.
Yeah, I'd say I've got a McCready setting of 2 planned, so I think our speed should be probably between 70
Okay.
70 and 80 knots.
Perfect. Sounds good.
At least on task. I'll be right back. Just give me like 60 seconds.
Yep. See ya. Oh shoot! Did the start date tell us? I shouldn't have. Hold on. Oh, maybe he didn't set the... Maybe the altitude's messed up. I'll just keep going and I'll be okay. Trimmed out slowly here. Not too many buds on our wings, which we should be good on that part. We'll save it probably till the next thermal.
Okay, I'm back.
I left the... Oh, there we go. Okay.
There we go. It's a full circle for the start, and
Okay.
180 for the finish.
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, why isn't it starting? And it was... Yeah, okay. I'll speed up a little bit more.
That 11 o'clock cloud with the super high
Towering.
cube.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like the deal to me. And so we're going to pass directly over Palmdale Airport. Right now it's to our 1 o'clock, just past the green circles.
Mm-hmm.
It's something like 10 nautical miles out or so. I can't quite remember. So that's just kind of a visual landmark on the ground for your reference. We'll fly over that to get to Fox Field and just pick the energy lines that look good along the way.
Perfect. Is that like airspace you have to dodge, or?
So it's Class Delta, and I think it's up to 4,900 MSL.
Oh,
So we're certainly safe at this altitude, and if you were really concerned, in fact, in real life, I'm going to call approach and get flight following for this flight and stay with them. And if I think I'm going to be shallow and low to the ground, close to the Delta, I'll tell them, hey, I'm going to call the Delta. I might be passing through their airspace. And maybe they'd be able to coordinate that for me. But if I'm low, then I might want to talk to the tower because I might want to land there. So.
Yeah.
I feel like we could probably just dolphin for these first few thermals, and we're heading upwind right now, so our effective L over D is actually a lot worse than what the polar says.
Mm-hmm.
And our second leg is kind of a longer downwind leg, so I don't mind thermaling in the downwind leg because it's also pushing us towards
Yeah,
the
yeah.
waypoint, you know. And our effective L over D with the tailwind is a lot higher.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can not thermal at all this first leg, that would be super cool. I don't know if that is what's going to happen, but that's my plan when I'm thinking about flying this in real life. On the ground, kind of in front of us, you see looks like there was water running in the sand, and it's kind of lighter colored.
Yeah.
Looks like a dry river.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally kind of like the floodplains from the snow from the mountains and runoff. That's where it
okay.
goes.
The mountains on our left?
Correct, to our south on our left.
Okay.
And you'll see it when we come on the other side, but so this is one on the west. To the east of us, there's another one on the opposite side of Crystal. And so Crystal's kind of between these two run out, wash out, sort of dried river looking marks.
Okay.
Big old blue gap ahead of us here.
Yeah. I wonder if that might be a rendering thing or if there's really no clouds out there.
I think there might really be no clouds here, at least in Condor's calculations.
Okay, we'll see. Should be interesting. And we have 11 people in the stream. Welcome, everybody. Feel free to type in chat. I am watching you guys.
After the cloud right in front of us, I say we go to the one over Foxfield.
Okay.
Look like there's some vertical development there after as well, so see how it shakes up. Also see a little wispy right off to our 11 o'clock right above us that might give
Yeah.
us a little something.
Let's stop by this guy. That airport at our 1 o'clock, that's Palmdale?
Correct.
Okay. Is that an Air Force base or
It's probably a joint use base, joint use airport, but I think that anyone can go fly out of there.
Oh, okay.
I think this is an old, like a map texture for this old Condor scenery, so I don't know.
Okay.
It does say Air Force Base on the Condor nav display.
Try the upwind side.
Upwind side's kind of in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to sync. To our 2 o'clock, though, we got a bunch of great clouds to hit along the way.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Still 9,500. We're certainly in glide distance to Palmdale. We're probably in glide distance to Foxfield. So I'm still okay burning a little altitude here.
That sounds good. JBL Soundgrad says, "Greetings, guys. Waving a hand from Cincinnati. Welcome." We've got Philly and LA in here.
It's really spanning the country, huh?
Mm-hmm. Come on, give me something. So big clouds and dude, no thermals. Let's see. This might be some 0 sync.
Here we go.
Let's see if I can wait this out a little bit. Can we get a...
Could get good efficient airspeed here. Nice, 8 knots. Yeah, keep it efficient. If we're gonna eat a little drift downwind, then I'm counting on you to get the best out of this lift.
Okay, I'll do it right at the triangle here.
Pretty good thermal here. Pretty good decision on turn in. Averaging about 7 knots.
Nice, nice. Speed that up a little bit there.
Back to over 10,000, so that's good.
Let me see. We've gained 1,000 feet. Okay. Pretty impressive. The thermal. We don't really need to yet, but just because we're in a thermal, I'll throw the bug wipers out.
Good idea. I'd say once the wipers are back in, we've made up plenty of good altitude. We could head on.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm gonna set a McCready speed of 3.
Okay, I'll start. You want to head on now?
Yep, let's go on.
Alrighty then.
In fact, you want to trade off basically every thermal? That might be a fun way to do it.
Sounds good. You can have it.
Alright, my controls?
Your controls.
My controls. It was really, honestly, a good time to do that. We really did not lose that much distance and time there. And we're in a good spot. So.
Yep. Nice guy. Nice job.
Well done. This is a fabulously efficient glider here.
Oh yeah, you bet. Except for that nose wheel, I'm telling Instrument Perth has to take out that nose wheel.
Make it a true tail dragger.
I think we've only hit nose wheel maybe like one time. It's like it really doesn't need it.
Yeah, and this glider can cook, so it's definitely eating some energy.
Or make it retractable.
Yeah, but then you add a lot of complexity, right?
Yeah. You probably gotta make it electric and stuff too.
And then you need another battery, so so much give and take.
Well, the one thing about the batteries is it'll at least make you heavier and push your polar down for cross country.
Unless the thermals suck.
Yeah. Well, then you say, okay, I'm not running my batteries today. Let's see, getting some okay lift there.
Yeah, that worked out. And I'm just gonna kind of chain these up with some other little wispy clouds here. The original cloud I was planning on kind of looks like it's undefined and getting a little dissipating, so
Mm-hmm.
might be some sink under there actually. In fact, I'm gonna just avoid it and hit this little one above us and scoot on around to the ones after.
Sounds good. Were you looking at that the one at like 1 o'clock kind of?
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of descending base as well compared to the cloud we're about to hit right now.
He's definitely dissipating.
Yeah, I'm watching it in front of my eyes now, just wash out. So hopefully just by dolphining, we can make up for the headwind and kind of get an L over D closer to what should be advertised.
Mm-hmm. I'll take a look here. It should say...
Oh yeah, please tell me if you have the info.
Right now we're making 40, about 40 to 1. At this speed. Closer, it's more like 30 now. It's still pretty good.
Probably better than I'm getting out of the K-21
Yeah.
in the shape it's in right now. We just had one come back from annual, basically a full servicing, and it's nice and shiny and has some new vinyl on it.
Get full refurbished, like new paint and everything?
They probably re-waxed it. I do not think it got a new paint, but it got an updated weight and balance and restored, what do you call them, little boom mics.
Okay,
so
yeah, that's good.
it's in good shape right now. Nice to look at. So pretty much 80 knots is the speed to fly that the Vario wants for McCready 3, just as a heads up.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Were you about to say something?
Yeah, what you fly in Texas, you flew K-21s down there too?
Yep. Yeah, that's the only dual ship I've ever been in.
Ah, okay.
Crystal has a Grove 103. It doesn't get pulled out that much, but I'm not opposed to flying it. I hear there's a few differences that I'll probably need to go sit with a CFI who's taught in it, just kind of get the rundown. But
yeah, they're pretty much the same. The only main difference is like the handles, like the trim and the die brake handles are different. But they pretty much fly the exact same in my opinion.
yeah, you've gotten to fly K-21.
Yeah. I don't know. The K-21's probably the better ship. It's just more comfortable. I don't know. The controls are nicer.
I'll let you know what I think about the Grove when I give it a go.
Yeah.
Still on the lookout for a LaBelle.
Mm-hmm.
That would be particularly fun.
definitely a cool ship.
Probably the only way I'll ever be a owner of an aircraft is a glider.
Yeah. Or like a ultralight or something.
Ultra cheap. So down there to our 1 o'clock, that's Fox Field.
Ah, okay.
And we have ample altitude. We're so good, so I'm just gonna keep flying these little energy lines, turn over the waypoint and start heading downwind, and we can start making some different decisions.
Mm-hmm. So you can get wave off these mountains to our left.
You absolutely can. This past weekend, there's a huge. I'll send you a photo. Just like the whole range of this mountain was just one big lenticular about
Oh,
a few
wow.
miles downwind. But the winds were real high, and we started getting some overcast.
Mm-hmm. It's not great to get trapped up there.
Yeah, but yeah, there's usually, there's kind of mountains surrounding this whole area, so there's usually some sort of wave out pretty frequently, depending on if the atmosphere is stable.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when I'm driving in, I could see some sort of wave out here to the west off those mountains if there's west flow. So.
Oops.
The first thermal that this technique has actually worked in like the last 3.
Mm-hmm. Good old dolphining.
Those other few were not particularly great.
Yeah.
Once I pass this turn point, I'll give you control.
Alright, sounds good.
So just by dolphining and having obviously a fantastic performing glider,
Yeah.
I didn't even have to thermal. We took 1 thermal for that whole leg, and we've still got about 6,000 feet to the ground over here.
Mm-hmm. Some decent clouds on the way back.
Yeah, it looks like we'll have plenty of lines to choose from, and maybe we'll be able to catch a nice street and speed on up without circling at all.
What's that glider with the side stick? Is that the Diana?
Potentially.
Because I was just looking at my setup right now is more like a side stick kind of glider.
I have a friend who for a little while had a glider with a side stick. I cannot remember what it was called, and I don't think he owns it anymore. Alright, probably worth... Hold on, let's see what happens here. I don't know that it's strong enough. Well, I said that.
It's not bad.
The cloud is not super defined above us, so I think I just didn't center it very well. I'm going to give it one more little pass through here. If I don't like it, I'm going to give you control and I say let's find something better up ahead.
Yeah, sounds good. These guys might be building or dissipating. I can't really tell.
Yeah, alright, I'm not going to waste time. Alright, I'd say it's worth getting up to cloud base at the next really good thermal. So, your controls.
And my controls.
Your controls. Oh, there we go. Your controls.
Okay, let's look ahead. Alright, so we got 2 options. We could go to that one kind of at our, like, right there, 12 o'clock. Or we could go up to where 11 o'clock and fly down that line.
Let's do the 12 o'clock. Because even if we trend a little bit south, the wind's directly from the west, so and our waypoint is down to the south as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather deviate to the south than the north.
That sounds good.
Plus, in real life, Crystal is down to the south, and there are more landable options to the south, so that certainly influences my decision in real life.
Yeah. Off to our left, is that like a dry, like, lake bed or something?
Not only is that a dry lake bed, but what dry lake bed is that?
Oh, jeez, I don't
You have a guess? Very famous one.
If you told me, I'd probably know.
It's the dry lake bed at Edwards.
Ah, okay.
That's the like 30,000 foot runway dry lake bed.
Nice. We could try ground effects.
Miles.
We could try to see if we did ground effects all the way down it.
The whole freaking field.
Oh wait, how many miles did you say it was?
I think 30 miles. I think it's 29,000 feet.
Oh my God.
What is that, 6 miles?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hopefully this cloud right in front of us will give us what we want.
Mm-hmm.
But look over there again, there's Palmdale, so certainly in gliding distance there.
Yep.
In reality, we're probably in gliding distance to Crystal. Maybe that's a little bit of a stretch, but
Maybe.
if we flew, you know, if we slowed it down and let the wind push us, we would probably be able to find lift before we got to Crystal.
Yeah,
without
for
doubt.
sure. Hey, I'll just walk up to the stream. Yeah, we got a bunch of people in here. Okay, let's search this cloud.
I believe we've got to pour the lift, be efficient, get good climb rates. If we don't like it, we can keep going on.
Yep.
Got lots of options. After this thermal, it'd be nice to kind of head to 10 or 11 o'clock down that kind of band.
Yeah, I
to
was
the
thinking that would
east.
probably be better. Follow our task better. Okay, here we go.
Okay, it's a good one. Let's definitely stick with it.
I kicked him a little bit of rudder there.
Little skid there, but it looks, my yaw string still says a little skiddy, but
Yeah, there we go. It's a little...
alright, nice stuff here.
This rudder's just so touchy. I need to change it.
Yeah, I think I have a little bit of a curve, so it's less sensitive at first.
Mm-hmm.
I can fly a little bit closer to how it feels in real life. Alright, just keep it nice and consistent. Might be slightly to our north.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay.
And now let's crank it.
I don't want to get too fast here.
I think we could probably make about 45 degrees and just over the yellow triangle work out nice for this.
Okay.
We might be giving up too much of our vertical component of lift when we're this banked over.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get it. This is one of the hardest parts about thermaling is if you're really fast in a new plane, you can't. Okay.
And also what happens to the turn diameter with our speed?
Well, it's also gonna get much bigger.
Yeah, totally right. So sorry, I keep distracting you. I'll let you thermal it up here.
No, no, you're good. Alex says tomorrow's my birthday. Happy birthday, man.
Hey, happy birthday. All these flying sessions we do, I'll talk about these things. I'll ask you questions. In reality, I'm testing my own, knowledge. It's not really a test for you. It's I'm judging myself. But it makes me want to go get my ground instructor cert, and it makes me want to work on the CFI. So.
Mm-hmm. Ground instructor, that's different than CFI.
That correct. And there's 3 different ground instructor certifications you can get. I was just reading this. You could become a basic ground instructor. Then you could like sign off on the hour of ground and flight reviews for like private pilots.
Okay.
You could like make an endorsement for a private pilot to maybe go, or a student pilot to take their written test. An advanced ground instructor, you can basically teach and sign off anyone except for instrument training.
Oh, okay.
And then if you get your instrument ground instructor, you can teach instrument ground and nothing else.
Interesting.
You could pass off the instrument proficiency check ground portion, but that's it. So yeah, an advanced ground instructor, I'd be able to help out on flight reviews on the ground portion.
Nice.
Might be a nice way to learn how to kind of teach.
So how does the certification for that work? Is it like a written test kind of thing?
Yep, you need to take 2 new writtens. One is on the fundamentals of instruction.
Mm-hmm.
When I talk about like the law of primacy and what you learn first being most likely what you're going to go back to in a stressful situation, or like the law of recency, those are all from the fundamentals of instruction.
Mm-hmm.
So you take a written test on that, and then you take a written test for the advanced ground instructor rating. I think it's 120 questions. And then you take those tests to the FISDO, and they sign it off, and in a few months you get your updated card.
Nice.
That's all there is to it. Alright, we're 10,000. The lift's starting to die off.
Yeah, you wanna book it on out?
Yeah, you can keep flying us to the east.
Sounds good. Oh,
I don't
jeez.
mind also flying through. Yeah, we can hit that cloud, but I do want to go as east as we can. But that does look like a good cloud to dolphin under at our 12 o'clock, so I buy it.
Pat Meyer, welcome to the stream, bro. He says, so physically you can glide for hours, keep soaring. Wow, yep.
Till you have to go to the bathroom or get too hungry.
Mm-hmm. Well, those problems can be solved, of course.
You can solve those problems in a glider.
But obviously don't push it. Alright, let me speed up here. But yeah, Pat, how long you can glide is usually dependent on the day and which routes you take. Today, so we have some pretty good clouds, so we could, in theory, basically stay up forever, but of course nighttime's gonna come and the clouds will eventually die. Alright, let's see how this cloud fares out.
My goal is we can just dolphin all the way to the next turn point, and then some point before we can thermal up to cloud base, and dolphin the rest of the way home.
That'd be pretty nice. Let's see if we can do it.
If we do one full thermal per leg on this task, that would be super cool.
See if this guy will give me any.
If it's sinky though, don't be afraid to speed up, even if it's
Yeah, that's true.
the bits of lift. The glider's so efficient that it's not like we're giving up our total energy too much. You know, we could slow right back down and be back to our similar state.
Yeah.
Nice, good find here.
Almost done.
Looks like we got a bunch of great clouds to choose for the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the left here.
Sounds good. I concur. I agree. Good decision. Kind of hard to see from here. To our 1 o'clock on the ground, there's 2 little hills in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of hard to tell in the desert. The peaks of those hills are actually below filled elevation of crystal.
Wow.
So we're in a kind of a low bit of the valley here. And naturally, as we go towards those mountains, the terrain elevation rises. But crystal's over there, so it's actually about 1,000 feet higher than the ground is here.
Wow. Let's see how much we gain in this. It's 100 feet so far.
Free energy. Now let's get out of it.
Yep, it was like 250.
Pretty good. When the Vario starts dropping off is kind of when I like to start lowering the nose.
Ah, okay.
The Vario's already lagging, so you know, like we're already behind it. So that's my theory. You know, whatever your instructor tells you to do, that's what you should do. But it's just my logic for it.
Yeah. The only time sometimes I hold it is because sometimes there's like multiple thermals in the cloud and it's just not worth it to dump it and then pull it straight back up, but yeah. We'll speed up a little bit more. Really like 75.
Yeah, we can cook. We're making 38 to 1 right now. It's pretty good. Only need 32 to 1 to actually make it there.
To the turn point?
To the turn point.
Okay, sounds good. Are you running the LX nav or the default?
Just the default, you know, it's so much more simple. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not giving up on the LX nav. And the LX nav, I might be able to do an airspace page that'll tell us like start heights and what we should be concerned with, and that might be cool. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty good energy here.
That's 250, 270. This might be the best one.
Yeah, nicely managed.
It's
Really got
350
a lot
on
out of there, yeah.
that. Yeah. Let's go off to the right, I think.
At like a 30 to 1, I think it's 1,000 feet of altitude loss every 5 nautical miles. So if
Okay.
we got 300 feet, you know, that just bought us
Like a mile.
right, you
Yeah.
know, almost a mile of glide, so. And this ship is more efficient than 30 to 1,
Mm-hmm.
so.
I think it would be kind of cool if Condor could put like AI traffic or something, just make it more interesting out here.
When we were flying over Fox Field, directly heading straight for us is a Victor Airway.
Mm.
So at odd 1,000 feet, I would definitely be looking at traffic
Yeah.
potentially at the same altitude flying directly at me.
Do you guys have Flarm or anything in your gliders?
No, not in the K-21s. In Texas, they have Flarm, and they're pretty cool. Certainly useful. Nowadays, they have cool Flarm with some ADS-B out or in, and that's also particularly interesting to me. Maybe in a personal ship one day.
Mm-hmm. Costs a lot of money. It costs like thousands, right?
Yeah, very expensive.
Did you load water?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'll just
It was
open it
super
for a
good.
second and see. No.
Oh, sorry. No, I did not load any water. Not in Condor.
Oh, okay. Oh, but you talking in real life?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were
No, you're
asking
good.
about if I would.
But would you for this?
For this task, if it was really booming, but I don't know. A lot of the guys I know, even with super great ships that do benefit from water with their great shallow polars, usually don't fly with water anyway, so. Water might be a really great thing for like a contest. Maybe it'll make the difference for you
Mm-hmm.
when you're trying to get points based on your wing loading and getting the fastest speed and all that. But
Thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. We got 7 watching right now and 7 likes. You guys liking Condor? Glad to see it.
didn't realize Condor had so much pool.
Yeah, well, the interesting with Condor is there's not a whole lot of people who like stream it, so usually it's like the same people who get it. There we go.
Let's hit that line to the east of us here.
Yep, I was just about to switch over.
The airport off our 12 o'clock is... Oh, sigh.
I feel like
I
we've
can't
been to
remember.
that one. It looks familiar.
I believe that's where they have lots of airplanes just in storage in the desert. I don't think that's the boneyard that is famous, but you'll see as we fly over it.
Ah, okay.
if you look just off our right wing at our 3 o'clock, there's Crystal.
Yep, we definitely got it implied.
Yeah, for sure. And you can tell how much the elevation raises down to the south.
Mm-hmm. So we're about halfway to the next turn point.
Doing pretty good.
Okay, well, keep on going. Got a nice line here.
Yeah, this is gonna be really good for us overall, I think.
Yeah.
We're just below 10, above 9,000, so we'll
Yeah.
need 27 to 1 to make it there.
Pretty good. Once we pass that airport, if you want to take it, you can have it.
Okay, yeah, you just let me know. I believe the airport on the right is Gray Butte, and I think the one off our, 11 o'clock further away is the famous El Mirage, which is kind of the thing that started gliding in this part of the world.
Oh, wow. How
In
so?
fact, well, it was just like the popular airport for gliding when in this region, when gliding out here became popular, and so, like the famous El Mirage is like, you would say that an old-timey glider pilot would think about the great desert soaring conditions over El Mirage. When I look at a soaring forecast, El Mirage is the closest airport to Crystal on the soaring forecast.
Ah, okay. This guy's pretty dissipating. Yeah, I'll just keep on heading over. Okay. Let's see. Just kind of skip that guy off to our right, but these clouds up ahead should be good.
Yeah, I agree. I've always wondered if the crop circles were landable.
Maybe. Well, depends on. Yeah, you could probably get a glider down on that.
The problem is, what if the
The
sprinkler
sea, yeah.
system is going and
Get the wings off quickly so it doesn't get run over.
try to land and roll all the way to the edge of the field so I'm out of the radius?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, are you ready to trade?
Sure, take it if you want.
Alright. right, my controls.
Your controls.
Well, like I say it.
Uh,
There we go.
there you go. I clicked the button. I don't know if whatever. You got it. I'm gonna go figure out all these Discord panes real quick.
Copy that.
Doing good.
Yeah, we're about 5,000, so at some point here I'll take some good lift. Probably the cloud tower at 12 o'clock, just ahead of this one.
Yep. It's a good idea.
Boy, this glider runs. Just
Yeah,
goes.
it's definitely a quick, slick ship for sure. It's definitely built for it. Alrighty, I'm back now.
Trying to figure this guy out.
Let's take a look. Kind of a blue actually, I guess it's probably ahead of that one cloud.
Yeah, we're just upwind of that cloud, so
Mm-hmm.
that's what's doing it.
Yeah, we're also pretty low down here, so.
But we entered around 5,000 or so, and we're up to... Oh, no, that's not quite right.
You gained 1,300 so far, so that's pretty good.
If I could just fly better, then...
You average about 7, 8, pretty good.
Probably gonna move on after this turn, and it's good lift. I got 7 on the averager, but gonna get some more good lift.
Yeah, that's alright. That sounds alright.
The longer you spend circling, the slower your task time is.
Mm-hmm. Can I see it? We've done 52 knots so far. That's pretty good. That beginning probably killed us a lot, but it should get better. What's the airport? I guess that's our turn point.
I think it's called like Southern Valley Logistics something. I can't remember.
Ah, okay.
Near a town called Victorville.
Ah, okay. Can you go to like LA on this map? I think you can.
Yep, you can go all the way down to Mexico on this map, I think.
Yeah, let's look at.
You could fly down to Warner Springs.
How long of a hop is that?
Not too long. Maybe 200K,
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
maybe 150, I don't know. Have to map it out. The problem is you have to go off our right wing to our 3 o'clock is kind of a valley that leads down towards LA. It's called the Pass. In real life, a lot of good convergence comes from the LA basin up here and mixes with the desert air, and it all goes up. And so you could take the pass south to Warner Springs, but you saw how much we had to fly east here to get around the mountains, and then also the LAX Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of Class Charlie stuff as well.
Yeah, definitely some interesting airspace around here.
So if you look to our 11 o'clock, you can see all the airplanes in the desert parked.
Ah, okay. Yeah, the boneyard. Is that military or civilian or both?
I don't know. I need to drive out there and see what it actually is.
Like you can buy like you can just go there and like buy planes and stuff. Pretty crazy.
Probably good. Yeah. I think they just flew an MD-80 out of there to turn into a cargo plane somewhere,
Oh wow.
or to be parts for some cargo plane. A lot of sink.
Yeah. Alright, we got 12 minutes to the task, looks like. Maybe.
To the waypoint.
Yeah, and we've done an hour so far. Hour 10.
If we can get to Cloud Base somewhere here before this waypoint, and I think if we're good and efficient, we can dolphin our way back home.
Yeah. Yeah, most likely for sure. We've done so good so far. How many thermals have we taken? One on this entire leg?
Maybe two. Because I think we took really a thermal before we left, or right after we left turn point.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
We just circled a little bit, so. I don't know if this cloud right ahead of us will be the ticket or the one in front of us, the system in front of us.
We'll have to see. That'll look pretty good. This looks a little bit more isolated, so maybe we should get some more sun.
It's a good point. I often wonder how much Condor's actually thinking about that.
Yeah. But, you know, it's always like a roll of the dice about, because you could get a thermal like in the middle of the giant clouds and it'll be better than this one. You just never know.
If it's real good, I'll take it.
Alrighty then. And I think if I move my head enough to the right and then reset my view, I can get like a
A
an
GoPro
instant-
angle?
Yeah. Oh no, that was my DCS bind for reset. Let me do this one. Yeah, it's an interesting. I don't have any head, which is kind of interesting to look at. Yeah, this is exactly like a GoPro angle.
See if we can find where this lift is.
Alright, let me see if I can get set back up where I was.
Yeah, good luck having a good consistent angle.
Okay, we're back out of GoPro mode. That'd be a cool view that could add. Let's see, what kind of
It
views do
should.
I? got? That's kind of a GoPro angle, but it's on the wrong side. That's more like a selfie stick. It's probably like 8, 10 feet away from the ship though, so I don't know. Be a pretty long selfie stick.
Yeah, you get a lot of force on that thing.
Mm-hmm. Doing good here. You gained 1,000 feet so far.
Look, I'm still not quite in the center. I feel like I made the opposite of the correction I needed to.
Yeah, I think so. You're doing okay though. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the best to like the northeast.
Probably, yeah. Okay.
Alright, again. You got two.
2,000 feet, just under.
Yep. About 1,800.
Hopefully we can dolphin and maybe take one climb on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
When I hit this here turn point, I'll pass it on over. Sound good?
Sounds good. We got about 5 miles to go. .54 knots cross country speed.
That's respectable.
Yeah, for sure. What's that town over to where? Oh, Victorville. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that airport called Apple?
I think the old name was Apple Valley.
Oh yeah, Apple
Now,
Valley.
now I think it's literally Southern California Logistics.
Oh, okay.
Not too far away here from like 29 Palms.
Mm. So many famous airports down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you want, you could throw the bug wipers out, maybe.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what I should do for these few circles.
Yep. Commanded my hands to. It's a cool feature that they at least model that, though.
Yeah, I can't imagine I'll ever have any bug wipers on any of my ships in real life, but
I wonder if you can do it. The label is so interesting because it's basically on the canopy.
to quarry out to our 11 o'clock. Kind of poorly rendered, but
Oh yeah, I see it there.
least other people can see the server.
It's good to know. Connected and disconnected. I wonder if I could host like a Condor dogfighting server and see how many people would join.
126 is only.
Interesting blue thermal here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe
In
it's
real life, I'd be like, maybe it's converged.
That's what I was about to say, yeah. Alright, Apple Valley. Apple Valley sounds like a much better name than whatever logistics.
Southern California logistics.
It's the most like
You don't like that one?
uncreative name ever. I say we just call it Apple. I don't think you can really grow apples down here. It's way too dry.
Yeah, more citrus fruit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna point you at this cloud. Give it over. You ready?
Alright, yep. And my controls whenever you're ready.
Level it out here. All right, your controls.
My controls.
Your controls.
Mid trims. Alrighty then. I was thinking maybe we hit this cloud, then head off to the west or south or south. That's where our left went, basically.
Probably like where the road meets the dirt road is kind of where I think the lift might be under this cloud. Or the
Yeah.
direction. Looks like we've got a great line home though to our 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm just looking up at this cloud, see if I can see any features that would indicate some lights. And there's a wispy out there.
I bet if we aim towards those clouds to our 11, yeah, we'd like fly through the lift under this cloud. Yeah, to the safety of the other clouds, huh?
Yep. So maybe this wispy will give us something. Alright, we need 35 to 1. We're making 20 to 1 right now.
I think we will have to take a thermal.
Yeah.
If we're gonna make 20 to 1, then yeah, if we could get it to like 15 to 1 required or so, then we'll be golden. Nice, good senses here with the wisp.
You want to take that or dolphin?
Yeah, just dolphin onto those clouds to our 12 o'clock now. Seems like all we would have gotten out of that. Well, we got one less energy needed to make it now. Well, strike that.
Yep, I'll take it.
If any of these clouds start at 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, end up being really good, bite. If not, we'll just dolphin it until we get something good.
Sounds good. A little bit faster. I'll slow it down a little bit.
Kind of taking mental pictures of the landscape here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I see a natural sort of progression south and then west with the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Especially from the shadow on the ground.
Yeah, I like to kind of follow the mountains.
Might be worth it.
Sure. Took a couple turns.
Watch that skid. Boy, it's 10 knots, 11 knots in the center there.
Yeah, it's probably definitely worth it. And
I
just
think
speed
it's a
on
little
home.
bit to the east as well.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
90 degrees off our right. You can level out. Yeah, nailed it. Good intuition here. Now send it. Nice. Just keep it as consistent as you can here. We'll be swinging on up. Already 29 to 1 required for the way home. Once we hit 15 to 1, let's just book it,
Yeah.
Heck, once we get 20 to 1, we could probably dolphin the rest of the way. What are your thoughts?
I'm good with whatever. I think we might just take this until the lift dies off. And then, assess our options from there. But I'm pretty confident with like 20 to 1, or we could probably book it home in the discus.
This is a nice consistent circle there.
Yeah, I tried slightly adjusting off to like the northeast. Looks like that helped a little bit. Alright, we need 22 to 1, but this is still pretty good, so I'm gonna keep climbing.
I think when we hit 11, let's bail out 500 more feet.
Okay, sounds good.
Pretty good average on this thermal here. It's
Mhm.
above our last 4 thermals, so it's a good choice to take it. We've climbed over 3,000 feet. I'd say we can roll out once we hit westbound here. And we will be nice and efficient on the way home.
Sounds good. Oh my god, that was a beautiful thermal.
Just turned past the course there.
Oh, my bad. I'm still lost here. Everything's desert.
11.2, pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd say just make a beeline and let's get up the glide page. Yeah, we're killing it. Follow that course and speed on up. I don't even care about the clouds now.
I forgot to look at
Only-
the mountains. Yeah.
Give it about 30 degrees, turn to the right. I only want to dolphin the clouds now that are literally exactly along the way home. That's all the energy we're going to take.
Sounds good, Captain. Penguins in here. Sorry you're late. No worries, man. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Saw you're in NYC today. I wish it would give me a height required. So
What do you mean?
like a height required to make it to crystal. Or does it?
Well, the blue dashes on the right side of your screen.
Mhm.
There's a red dash at the very bottom of it. That's like your glide ratio with your. That would be like your ILS, your glide slope. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's way below us. We're way above our glide right now.
Ah, okay.
And then obviously, the one in the upper, the blue lines on the upper part of the display.
It's like the localizer. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got the idea. So there's definitely going to be some clouds along the way, but I think we can just do exactly what you're doing. Haul, go right for it.
Mhm.
We want to be about 5,500 feet above crystal when we get there, so we can head to the IP and fly our pattern. And because this is a Condor, it's 3,400 feet is field elevation, so
Mhm.
we can honestly scream above the runway because this is a video game.
Yeah.
I feel like 80 or 85 is probably a good final glide speed.
Ah, okay.
I don't want to give up too much of the. I don't want to thermal again. Is really why. It'll take more time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're making about 20 right now. Required 20, but if we get some lifts, we should be able to make it.
Yeah, I think these dolphins will really help us out, especially the closer we get. The steeper that gradient's going to become. So.
Mhm. The flyby view.
I think you see the clouds. That'll be really beneficial right in front of us.
Yep. I have to think true airspeed would help. Yeah, we're doing about 103 right now. Ground speed.
Into a headwind, no less.
Yep.
About how much does your true airspeed increase as you go up? Do you remember?
2%.
Yeah, nailed it.
Mm-hmm. I can almost guess the questions at this point.
Yeah. Am I a broken record? All your CFIs are asking you the same questions every time you're out there.
No, not always. But they usually do ask the same questions.
There we go. This will be good. Hopefully we have kind of some lift along this line here.
I'd
Sort of a
imagine,
street
yeah.
in front of us. Now, if we're in sync, though, we don't want to go slow, so
Mm-hmm.
you can be aggressive about it. Remember, our total energy state's not changing that much, so if we pop back into lift, let's just pull back up. Not
Yeah.
so aggressively that we bleed energy, but we could transfer that energy pretty efficiently. Here it comes. Get ready for that lift. Try to peg it right at. Yeah, this is good. Nicely flown. Speed up on out of it. Hoping this cloud right in front of us as well does some good work. But look, that dropped, because we're so much closer to the airport, our energy required is dropping off kind of exponentially now. Does that make kind of concur?
Mm-hmm.
So these dolphins, as we get closer, are more and more effective.
Oh yeah, because we don't need as much.
Yeah, like our hypotenuse, you know,
Yeah.
our B is becoming shorter, you know, so. Coming up to our 12 o'clock, there's kind of another like washout where the water flows,
Yeah.
kind of running north-south here.
Mm-hmm.
There's one more in front of us as well. So I guess there's actually two in front of us. There's one ahead of this one, and Crystal will be, I don't know, 10 miles, 7 miles on the other side of it. I'll point out as we come back some of the landmarks that help me spot McGlider Port
Sounds good.
as we get there. Hope there's a nice little bit of something under this cloud.
That would definitely be nice. We're done. 56 knots. That's not bad.
After this one, I think it's probably fine to deviate to the 1 o'clock, the cloud at the 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Little pockets of the lift here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, let's get out of it now. Head to that one off our nose.
I think I see Crystal, but that might be a different airport.
No, I think you're right. Just off to our like 10 o'clock, maybe 11, 10:30.
Yeah.
Kind of the bright patch over there.
Mm-hmm.
The road just off our 11 o'clock, there's the water reservoir and the road just to the north of it.
Yep.
The road makes a big dog leg up there to the west, and then Crystal is just off of that.
Ah, okay.
If this is good, you could take a circle or two or three, but I don't want to give up too much time.
Mm-hmm. We could just straight in it.
We could, totally could.
Or a base slide or something.
Actually, it would be just a big old straight in, basically from here. The wind's out of the west. I don't know why it launched us to the east.
Oh, yeah.
But there is, I think, a minimum height on the finish of like 3,300. So I guess you're right. We could just straighten it. 34 is the field elevation. But if we can fly a regular pattern, I'll show you from the IP.
This sounds good.
Alright, let's see what shakes up here. I'll just keep flying straight for right now. I think it'll come to us. Oh, we'll see what's ahead then. I think you flew that really well, though. I think we got a lot of good energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had this sight picture of the airport starting to come up in the dash in the distance before, and I was like, we should maybe head back now. And you can see it in the video. It was like the last of that second flight, and the day was starting to die. And this guy's like, yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah, you start to feel that creeping feeling.
Yeah. Like if I was in a Grove, I would not have wanted to be as far out as we were.
No way. I've felt that a few times, but I've always luckily made it on back. All right, let's see what we can gain from this. I think we still don't have to circle. I'm hopeful. Pretty well done. All right, if we can keep this up, just follow these clouds home.
Yeah, we should be able to make it. Let's see, we're at like 2,800. No, 3,200. No. Somewhere there. 3,700. Maybe. I don't even know.
Yeah, pretty close to that. Probably about 3,500 above ground right now.
Yeah, that's what it's showing.
'80's probably a good speed limit, but feeling good. We've definitely got Crystal and Glide, so no big deal.
Yeah. Let's see, we need 11 to 1 remittance. Yeah, we should be good.
Still dolphin if you feel it, but otherwise we're flying pretty good here.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes some lift here in a second. Let's see. Maybe not. At least it's some better sync, you know.
Yeah. If we're landing to the west, which way is the pattern? Is it left hand or right hand?
It's gonna be a right traffic for 2-5.
Okay.
If you kind of go direct to the airport here, I think we'll hit some lift from the cloud above us along the way.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think maybe a little bit extra height on that one thermal would have been a little bit better off.
Yeah, maybe so, but you know, it's always just, you know, it's a sport. So if you're not aggressive, you're gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
See what this gives us if we slow down a little. Alright, speed back up out of it here before it turns to sink. Alright, I'd say just direct to the airport at this point.
That sounds good.
About 80 knots seems like a good speed limit again. We're going to be just fine. Pattern altitude is 4,400 feet.
Roger.
Ideally, we'd fly over the IP at 5,000, but you know, I'm not gonna be super sad if I'm not gonna give up our efficiency here on our cross-country flight for it. This dog leg from the road right to our 12 o'clock, this is our east IP. And
Okay.
then if you follow the road down, there's a crossing road, but then there's a bridge where that other washout is. That would be our normal IP, where that washout intersects the road.
Ah, okay.
So don't fly too north because I still want to hit the finish line. Kind of goes further west the further north you are, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
This is a perfect track right here. After we cross the finish, you could fly to that bridge where the washout hits the road. We have plenty of altitude for everything.
Sounds good.
We want to be there at 5,000 feet, so when you pull up, you know, we'll have plenty of energy to do a full-on pattern. Off the, our 8 o'clock here off our left, you see the kind of road that runs north-south. So there's one that touches the airport perimeter, and then one right under us now that runs north-south, dirt road, you see it?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of going to be our reference for our base.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's similar to what we have. Run, like a road parallel.
And if you think you're low, you know, don't go out as far. You know how to fly.
Yeah. I have an idea here. Hold on. Reverse split S. Probably the best.
Let's see if you have the energy.
Oh, dang it. If I was in like a Mustang, I could have done it. It kind of works though. Alright.
Alright, I'm mind take control for a second? My control?
Show your
I'm gonna
controls.
close these.
Oh, you want to go around? I was gonna see if I could go straight in for with that maneuver.
For what one?
Or I was gonna try and do a pattern off that, but I think we're too far. We're too high.
Yeah, I'll show you just these landmarks local, and then I'll give you back control and talk you through it. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
So you can kind of see the bridge off our left here, kind of off our 10 o'clock. That's our IP point that will be at 5,000.
Okay.
We're obviously flying opposite way of the airport right now, so I'm just going to lead us a little bit to the west and turn us back in and let you have it. In fact, I'm going to trim up here. There's no need to be flying so fast now. $60 knots seems like a good speed to fly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could just slow it on up when we're on final. I'll hand you the controls though, and you could just turn back over the IP. Once we'll call the IP at 5,000. You can use your speed brakes or whatever you need to get you down to pattern altitude once we get there. And your controls?
My controls.
Your controls.
Right.
You can even wipe the bugs off while we're slow if you want.
Sure. Less work on the ground.
So directly off our 9 o'clock beneath us is the bridge. If you want to just fly right, take a big left turn here, 90 degrees.
Sounds good.
And we'll head to the airport. Basically, we'll enter the downwind on a 45.
My carriage down and locked. Speed, trim, set. Air brakes. Both working.
Looks good. And I'd say Crystal Traffic, Glider 1 Alpha Charlie's over the IP, 5,000 feet, inbound to land runway 25. Crystal Traffic.
Nice, perfect. Alright, I'm gonna go a little bit more, then I'll turn off this 45.
Yeah, keep on tracking towards the airport. You could basically, point midfield exactly right now if you want, and we can keep a tighter pattern here. I'll give you the call out. Yeah, just keep heading midfield. We're doing good. Keeping your speed brakes in here. About 100 feet above the traffic pattern right now.
Alright.
Keep on keeping on, and then there's kind of a shoot off of the road that runs east-west here. There's kind of 3 roads. The middle one will be a pretty good reference for our downwind.
Okay.
And I'd say just keep it on clean right now. We're making some nice drag with the wheels down.
So would you usually just keep flying downwind from that bridge? You wouldn't? Or,
Just like we're doing now, I'd come in on the 45, and depending on how I am, I might be about where we are now, or maybe closer.
Oh, okay, so the bridge is your IP for, like, the 45.
Yes.
Ah,
yes.
okay.
Yeah, we would not fly patterns that big, or I would not fly patterns that big. 500 feet above the ground will be about 3,900. It's just for your reference.
Okay.
You're doing a good job here. Give me a nice good base leg here. And we can really judge our energy state from here. Don't let the speed get too slow. And then just do your thing here on this turn to final.
Alright, you land on the
Fill it
asphalt?
up. Yes, sir. Watch that speed, don't get too much energy here.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, we can start even thinking about when we're going to start slowing down. Looking good. You're at 55 just at it, so don't go much slower than this until we're for sure over the field. Really work on getting that center line right between your feet. I know we don't have a center line, but beautiful. All right, just watch your energy and you know what to do. Minimum energy landing. Beautiful. Nice. Keep your energy and roll it off on the right. You can come to stop right here.
No brains.
And if you ever
Perfect.
make it out to Crystal, that's exactly how we'll do it in real life.
Awesome.
Nice flying. Let's see. I don't remember what the task ended up being. Hour 51, 58 knots on task.
Pretty good.
Pretty darn good for checking out the local scenery and having some fun.
Mm-hmm. I'll take it. Nice.
All right, I'm gonna jump out of Condor here, and then I've got to start working on dinner. But it was a fun flight.
Yeah, fun flight. I'll hop out of Condor too. It was nice seeing everybody in YouTube. Thanks for stopping by today. I'll probably be a stream sometime this week. I'm working on getting some DCS add-ons, and maybe we'll stream with those. But yeah, catch you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by.